We're just seconds away from the start of the second half. USA leading Australia 59-29. And looking at the statistics, well, there's just a simple reason. 3-point shooting, 7-9 for the United States, 4 of 13 for Australia, 13 of 25 in the 2-point area for the United States, 5 of 19 for Australia. Turnovers, Australia's committed 11, United States 2, and you just don't win the game if you can't put the ball in the hole and if you can't hang on to it. 20 minutes to come. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy watching the United States. They are so entertaining. Johnson misses one, and it's saved. But Australia get the ball. Well, the culture vultures out there, just pretend this is a form of modern dance. If you like color, speed, strength, artistry, creativity, it's all right here on a basketball court.
I was going to say, and if you like basketball, watch this.
Yeah. Yeah, if you just happen to be tuning into a basketball game, and why not? Anthony called for the foul. Bogut fouled right there, protecting the ball. Goes out of bounds, and he's on the line to shoot a couple. So Australia could open their account first here. They were in the ball game until the start of that fateful second period. And then they just sort of ran into an ice wall in the form of not being able to knock down their shots. The United States just punished them time and time again. So Bogut gets the first 2 points of the second half. Couple of free throws. Underneath, oh, look at that. That's of what I speak. That's a form of artistry. It's almost unique to this United States team. Not quite, but they are just so athletic.
And there, Jason Smith trying to pass over a 6'9" LeBron James. Oh, and that's good defense. Mark Worthington pulls the offensive foul out of Carmelo Anthony. And that's Carmelo Anthony's third foul.
Ooh, that puts the United States in trouble, Jeff.
Oh, they're quivering already, Bob. That'll probably take about 4 or 5 highlight plays out of their game plan.
Yeah, to be replaced by somebody else off the bench. Jason Smith can't buy that three. That's been the story of the game for Australia. A little guard. From the corner, Bogut. He's proving he can shoot from out there. Anthony, oh, just saves the ball. Chris Paul, little fake. Hey, he misses the free throw, or the drive, and he gets human.
After all that, Chris Paul. His job on this USA team was pretty simple. Get the ball to the stars, get the ball to the scorers.
Well, he just seemed to ease up. Watch the save here. Look at that, the over-the-shoulder pass, the kick out left, the stroll to the basket, and he blows it. An embarrassment there for Chris Paul. And he commits the foul trying to get the ball back. 64-31. McKinnon is fouled. The push by Anthony, and I do believe that's going to be Anthony's 4th foul. Well, the U.S. in a little trouble until you see who's going to replace him. Yep. Oh, don't you like that look after he commits the foul? He says, who, me? Was nowhere near him, Rep. Inside, Bogut. He's shooting from the baseline now and can't get it. McKinnon trying to stop James. Comes from behind and fouls him.
No, it wasn't a foul, just LeBron James kicked the ball. He tried to put it through his legs, got tangled up in his shoelaces. Very expensive shoelaces as well. A $90 million contract that he signed with Nike.
I bet he didn't pay for them.
Well, not at $90 million. That's what he got paid for his contract for Nike. 1 or 2 shoes to sell, Bob?
Sure. Johnson, oh, look at Johnson. That. There you are. That's that athleticism, that artistry.
Wasn't that sweet?
Australia, Jason Smith. Now McKinnon, can he go one-on-one? He'll spin, he'll come baseline. There he is. Goes to the hoop, and he gets it too. Nice move from Sam McKinnon. 66-33. The kick out underneath. Oh yeah, how do you stop ball?
Just too easy there. But mind you, Bogut is on 3 fouls, so he wouldn't have wanted to try and foul.
Bruton. Now McKinnon has just scored the kick out. There he is.
Mark Worthington for 3 over LeBron James. Joe Johnson, the shooter, he misses.
Australia's shooting a little bit better now, so the game has picked up interest-wise, but they're still throwing the ball away. Chris Paul behind the back dribble.
Elton Brand with the left hand. That's just too easy. Just finishes with a little left hand.
Yeah, it's a confident, talented team. They have come to play. I don't sense the arrogance in this team that there has been in the past tournament or at the Olympics. They're here to do a job, and they seem to be enjoying themselves as well.
You see that rebound, Bob? That's Joe Johnson. He's a guard, a shooting guard. He is 6'7" though, but he just got skyward. You just don't understand that. Now, CJ Bruton, that's 4 fouls.
Well, Newley gets up off the bench immediately. He's going to replace that man there, CJ Bruton, on 4 fouls. He's sort of the little go-ahead guy, the playmaker, and they'll miss him. Underneath the kick out, and Johnson can't get it this time. The pass ahead to McKinnon, and he gets the 2. And the little guard, Chris Paul, went up to try to make that block.
A couple of years ago, Sam McKinnon would have thrown that down with some authority.
Now Miller is just bashing around out front. No call on him. He's just barging into people. Someone told him a long time ago that that was a pick. I think he's got to correct his thinking. A steal, spin dribble, Paul. Ball comes back into his hands, and Jason Smith fouls him out front. Yep. Too much pressure on Australia, 70-38. 32 points in arrears. They were 30 at halftime. Right here, Bruton throws it away. Look at the spin dribble. The reach by Smith, and Paul still with the ball, comes over halfway. Timeout taken, 5:18 to play. In the third period, USA 70, Australia sitting on 38.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
We are basketball.
The entertainment here at the timeout break, fantastic. The women on the court come out in different costumes every time and perform something, a routine that's indicative of the culture of a particular country playing in the World Championship here. The United States relaxing on the bench. Chris Paul, a kick out pass, and look at that. Talk about hang time. Wow. Count it, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 seconds. Slowed down, of course.
Well, that's what you get paid the big bucks. Joe Johnson, look at that. Bogut with the block, the attempted block on one side of the basket. Joe Johnson with that hang time and then glide time underneath, reverse layup.
It's just so wonderful to watch. Now you see the big center in there, number 13, Brad Miller. 2.14 meters tall. Old Masham Miller, he's been pretty solid on some of the screens he's set. There's another one. Right there, boom, push. Heinrich, Brand picks it out. The penetration, nice.
Oh, lovely little bounce pass.
From the baseline, you find the big guy. And
Kirk
Brand
Heinrich, that was great pass. He drove down the baseline, saw the big man sitting at the free throw line. Just nice and easy.
Smith.
Elton Brand working hard on defense against Bogut.
Yeah, he is.
You don't see that a lot. Well, you haven't seen that a lot in the last 3 or 4 USA teams working hard defensively as Bogut drops the left hand.
Well, Bogut shows his class there. A couple of bounces, moved into the basket, and then that nice left-handed hook. He's a natural right-hander.
Oh, good pass again. Kirk Heinrich inside to the 7-footer. Brad Miller from the Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Miller, a huge man.
He's a big man.
2.14 meters tall. Newley made a couple of good moves in the first half, first quarter, in fact. Then it all fell apart for Australia. Bogut under the basket. Nice little dish, and Worthington, number 11, gives the 2 points. Australia looking more confident. That's because their shots are dropping, Chip. Unlike that second period in which they scored a measly 6 points.
Dwayne Wade, another one under the basket. It looks like he scores at will, Dwayne Wade. In fact, Dwayne Wade plays the game like Calderon from Spain because he sort of cruises around the court. You know, it doesn't look like he's playing some defense at times, and all of a sudden, just lights it up.
Well, he does, and there's another aspect of his game. He's just throwing fakes constantly. I don't know if it's a twitch or what, but every time he moves, it's a fake here, there. Very, very hard to stay with him. Bogut takes it strongly to the hoop, and he's fouled.
Oh, look at this move here. Bogut was trying to dunk that. Elton Brand, he pinned it on the board. It was a two-handed dunk, but the ref said it was a foul. From that angle, you didn't actually see a lot of contact with the body.
Well, that's right. Well, the jam is a pump-up shot for the offensive player, and if you can block one as a defender, boy, it's a deflating experience for the offensive player.
Bogut on 14 now, the only Australian in double figures.
The next player is Newley, Brad Newley on 8. He's got them both. We got a timeout. Substitution. Wade Halliwell replacing Andrew Bogut. Bogut leaves the game with 3 fouls, 15 points. The United States leading in this quarter, 17-15. Pretty close. Miller from a long way out.
And Brad Miller,
good touch.
He can do that with the Sacramento Kings all day long. The big man, it's a nice shooting touch from the outside.
And look at him put the body on Halliwell. The two big men munching one another. The spin. Worthington takes travel, takes steps. Somewhat incredulous. Doesn't want to give up the ball. Now he does. A snappy pass to the referee, too. Brian Gorgon. Not a happy coach. They came into this match with hopes, dreams. Sort of dashed in the second period when they just could not put the ball in the basket.
Look at Dwayne Wade. The crossover dribble through the legs.
Foot race, Newley against Heinrich. And Newley wins it. Heinrich pulls out of the battle. He doesn't want to commit a foul unnecessarily. Good decision.
Kirk Heinrich, part of the Baby Bulls, the rebuilding of the Chicago Bulls. He's one of those Baby Bulls.
Yep, Worthington commits the foul, but he came over to double team. And Brand was just sort of working that one-on-one. That's NBA basketball. Hit the low post, fold your arms and watch. That time Worthington came over, put a little help on it.
Shane Batia.
Well, that could have been from the first period. That's exactly what he did to open the ball game. Batir with that big three. Newley to the hoop. Good move. And he draws a foul. Newley, I like him, Chip. He's not intimidated. He's got a few moves. Very athletic young player.
Well, look, he protects his body as well. Because Batia with such long arms, even though he protected his body, the ball with his body, and extended left hand, he still got caught with.
Well,
fearless. That's what you got to say, Bob. Fearless.
That's right. Batir probably about 5 centimeters taller than Newley. So that extra height, got up, got part of the ball, and collected the foul. And Newley, with his second shot, takes Australia's total to 48. USA 82.
Newley,
2 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the third period.
Newley's now into double figures. Second Australian into double figures with 12 points. Andrew Bogut with 15.
Well, as we've said before, the Australians have big reps on Newley. They think he's got NBA potential. And from the corner, Sheepers. Both guns blazing. Batir, 2 threes in a row, and Newley from the corner. Elton Brand, a tower of strength under the basket. Look at Wade.
Oh, just the skills behind the back. Look at the crossover.
And the kick out pass.
Yeah, he misses the 3. As you said before, Bob, sure, Australian are getting well beaten here, but you've got to stay and watch the game for the skill level.
Oh, yeah, it's
Just
fantastic.
highly.
It's what fans come to see. Worthington knocked down. Now, he threw an air ball. He's just shaking his head in disbelief. He looks at the referee and says, "Ref, I never shoot that kind of shot without help from someone." And it wasn't from someone on my team. 85-48. Under a minute to play in the third period. Miller left alone. Watch Wade. Couple of fakes. Step back.
Oh, that's magic. That's what you come to see. That's what this whole crowd has come to see. The USA putting on a show.
And Wade,
unfortunately, it's against our neighbours in New Zealand, Australia. But someone's got to be it. Someone's got to come and turn up and play them.
well, that's right. Oceania. 2 players in this tournament, or 2 teams. They both got into the final round. New Zealand beaten by Argentina, who's expected to play the United States in the final, and Australia going down heavily here against the United States, the other expected finalist. But a lot of basketball to come before that happens. Kendall.
Luke Kendall, what a nice little offensive rebound amongst some of those trees.
And then he got rid of it quickly.
Yeah.
As the sky was cloudy, the clouds coming over.
Just got the 40 points now, Bob. Regardless of the score, it's a great spectacle. You gotta love it.
Kendall misses a free throw. Australia 12 of 17, 12 of 18 now from the free throw line. 13 of 16, sorry. Here's the second. He's got 1 of 2. United States cruising here. And we're down to 22 seconds in the third period. Just 10 minutes to come after this stanza. Wade gives it up. Everybody'd love to see the Dwayne Wade show continue, so come on, let's give him the ball. Batir, if you don't throw a 3, give it up. There he is. Oh, he took steps. Can you believe it? Yeah. Hey. Be still my feet, he says.
Yeah.
Casually strolls to halfway, shakes his head.
Dwayne
Wow.
Wade, what a superstar. Co-captain. They've got 3 of them in the USA team.
They could all be captains in their own right. So at the end of 30 minutes of play, Australia trailing the United States 88-49. It's a blowout. But still lots of entertainment to come. Well, Australia outscored 29-20, but really the disastrous period for them is period number 2. Top scorers for the United States. Carmelo Anthony on 16, Wade 15, Johnson 14, Batir 12. 4 players in double figures. That's typically the case with them. 2 for Australia, Bogut and Newley, 15 and 12 respectively. And just not getting enough scoring out of players like Bruton, McKinnon, and Jason Smith has been virtually absent. And he's one of the go-to guys in this Australian team. 0 for 3 from beyond the arc, and he hasn't taken another shot in the game. Hasn't been to the free throw stripe. He's just been marked out of the game. Bruton, And a highlight here, turnover, watch the fancy ball handling. Chris Paul, Brand collects himself, gets the 2. Man, this is one exciting team. Big Brad Miller, you see him there. How'd you like to go one-on-one against him? Smack into that trampoline a couple of times, Jeff Green.
He's a big man. There's no two ways about it. Big 7-footer from the Sacramento Kings.
A long pass ahead, and McKinnon gets the 2, the runaway 2 for Australia. And Bogut showing his skills. This will be the left-hand hook. That is oh so nice. Sweetness. But not too many sweet patches for Australia. They trail the United States by 39 points. Last 10 minutes of play, the final stanza, the final act. And this play, Dooley drives baseline. Oh my goodness me. But Dooley, no it isn't Dooley, it's Helliwell, picks the ball off the floor and gets the 2. Big block from Brand.
Well, Dwight Howard blocked that twice. He blocked it once and blocked it again. It was like a bang bang. One in each hand, Bob. That was incredible.
Aaron Bruce just tied up LeBron James. He walked to the jump ball line. I think he was thinking he was going to get a jump ball against LeBron James. United States with the ball, and from the corner off the top of the backboard.
Luke Handel did a great job. Just about got a steal as well.
Yep, Australia have come out with a bit of fire here, a bit of passion. Are they going to go down trying here, even though they're well out of the game? Why not throw everything at them? Nothing to lose, bit of pride to gain. 88-53, the United States just in cruise control here. Chris Paul at point guard in the United States. Carmelo Anthony with the ball. LeBron James lurking on the far side of the court. Chris Paul, there it is. LeBron James underneath, stolen by Australia. A couple of turnovers, some sloppy passes. The United States, and Bruce gets it to Brad Dooley. The follow-up up on the ring just to make sure the ball stays in it. Carmelo Anthony pulls up, can't hit the 3. Oh, a nice block of the shot on Chris Bosh. Going to the hoop is Aaron Bruce.
Dwight Howard. Hoping to get another couple of blocks ahead to the stat sheet.
Well, Bruce into the game here. He got the 2. Australia now on an 8-0 run. The United States won't like this, and that stops it. Carmelo Anthony on the comeback turnaround 2-pointer.
Timeout Australia.
Well, there's 8:24 left to play in the game. And Australia called timeout. It's a 90-57 lead. Here's Aaron Bruce on a breakaway. Gives Kendall the pass, and Australia getting a couple of fast breaks against the United States. Bruce takes it himself this time. Crossover dribble, goes down the right side. And lots of hustle from the point guard. Number 4, Aaron Bruce. C.J. Bruton out of the game early on 4 fouls. He'll be checking back in, Jeff. No reason to save him. Not now. Or maybe he won't check back in.
Well, maybe Australia will just get the opportunity to play their bench a bit more. And the USA will probably do the same, Bob. Combinations for the USA, that's what's important.
Yeah, I'd like to see their second string, Jeff. The United States. I'd like to see these bench sitters. Well, another steal. LeBron James comes up with it. Over halfway he goes. The crowd love this. Sort of a display by the United States, and Bruce picks up the foul against Chris Powell.
14, Bruce, his second foul. James third.
Look at this, the athletic steal. James just picks it out of the air. Good pass underneath. Carmelo Anthony finishes it. No, he doesn't get the two. Now he goes up, gets the dunk. Just a little practice dunk. Maybe on the line to shoot two.
Well, the USA have been able to come underneath that Australian zone a lot. As you saw there, look, Carmelo Anthony gets underneath the Australian 2-3 zone. Too easy. Doesn't count, Carmelo, that one.
First free throw, the USA. In 4 of their 5 pool matches, the United States scored over 100 points per game. The highest total being 121 against China, 114 against Slovenia. And they're going to be looking at a huge total here, already on 92, and we've got 7 minutes and 40 seconds to play. Bruce, a kick over pass. Nice move. Barlow gets it for Australia. Oh, that's nice shooting, the left-hander. Chris Bosh.
He actually looked down at the three-point line, Bob, and says, well, you know, I'm sick and tired of these showboaters getting it all. Let me get one.
Kendall can't get it. Taps it to Aaron Bruce. Cross court to Newley. Newley having quite a good game against the States. He drills another three, and Brad Newley.
Well, they've got big reps on
15.
Brad Newley in the Australian basketball scene, saying that he is a future NBAer.
Well, he's playing with these Americans pretty well. He's got 15 points. He's tied with Bogut. Both of them on 15. Anthony into the corner. Bosh. Another bash from Bosh. 97-62. The United States is putting on a clinic here. He will. David Barlow takes steps.
Oh, here comes Bogut back into the game. Might as well finish it off. He loves playing for his country, this man, as do a lot of these NBA stars.
Yeah, it's good to see. We've talked about that before. Andrew Bogut keen to get home and play with his mates. Pass ahead. James decides to leave it alone as Bruce gets another two. Chris Paul. There it is. Oh, beautiful, beautiful attempt. Anthony high above the ring.
Carmelo Anthony, he was coming behind that Australian zone again.
Wow.
And gee, if that had come off the roof at the Super Arena here in Saitama, may have come off for.
Well, when you slow it down like this, you just see the skill, the athleticism.
Came up behind Bogut. Look how high up in the air he was. My goodness. My goodness.
Just under 6 minutes to play. And I'm sure Australia will be disappointed with how they've played, but really, the United States just is another notch up, 2 or 3 notches in fact. And Brian Gorgon, as tirelessly as he's worked with this team,
well, that
can't be too
gone.
disappointed.
The gum's gone, so he's chewed that for nothing.
Chris Paul. Oh, there it is. Repeat.
Dwight Howard from Chris Paul. Here we go on the replay. He actually trembled there, Bob.
He did. I wonder how much it's cost Howard to get some of these passes. They're really feeding him now. He's got the hot hand. And everything seems to be going to Chris Bosh, it is, number 11. Wow, fantastic to watch. Chris Paul, the kick out. Anthony, ball spiked high. Anthony comes up with it. There it is. Oh, that was an optimistic pass from LeBron James, and he's smiling. Not even Bosh could get that high.
Yeah, he looks over to his coach. His coach says, I don't know about that, LeBron.
Well, there's 4 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game. And substituting freely.
No, it was meant to be a timeout. The dancing girls have got onto the floor. They think it's a timeout. It's not a timeout.
Now we've got a standoff. The girls aren't leaving the court. Now they do. They buckled. They blinked first. Away they go. The crowd, I don't know, half of the booing.
Yeah, the crowd were impressed. They wanted to see the dancing girls again.
Number 10, Smith. Substitutes for USA, number 4, Johnson, number 5, Heinrich.
Joe Johnson, number 4, what a great shooter he's been. And Dwayne Do Everything Wade. Big Brad Miller, number 13 in the game for the United States. Now the left-hander gets the first. We've got 100 points on the board for the United States, 64 for Australia. That is a 36-point lead, the United States. 37, Mike Krzyzewski, coach at Duke University. He stepped in to try to bring home gold for the United States in the World Championships. The USA have won it 3 times, but really the country who's won it the most is Yugoslavia, if you count Serbia and Montenegro as Yugoslavia. 5 times they've been champions. Not many people in the United States know that. Probably wouldn't even get much concerned about it.
Andrew Bogut, just too quick for Brad Miller. As he goes to the basket.
Well, it could be a difference in age. Bogut, 21, Miller, 30.
Yeah, a lot of foot speed though that Bogut's got as well to go with that young age of his.
Well, that's right, and Miller's shifting a lot bigger load.
Very wide load.
Oh, Bogut blocks Miller nicely from behind. And Miller thunders down the court. Back into the game, C.J. Bruton. Lots of fakes. The ball goes off number 7 foot, Antoine Jamison. Jason Smith back in the game for Australia. Such a steady performer for them so many years. Scoreless against the United States. Bogut makes his move, spin, turnaround jumper. No, a kick out to Bruton. Couldn't put it down. 101-67, 4 minutes left to play in the ball game. This is the second game today. The early matchup, Germany survived to win by 1
great
against
pass by
Nigeria.
Dwayne Wade. My goodness, that was quick, and that was right on the money to Brad Miller. Please, Mr. Director, can we have another look at that? Look at that. That was straight as an arrow, Bob, and quick. The big man had to have great hands.
Well, I call it a frozen rope, but given the heat, it wouldn't last. Call it an arrow. Miller. 104-67, the United States. Not finished yet. Remember, 121 is their highest total against Japan. Japan had 90. Not beyond the arc. Jason Smith still failing to find pay dirt.
Russell Hinder saved that. Oh, well. Bogut just let out a couple of expletives to the referees. You pick them up. They've got these great microphones hanging from the ceiling, Bob, just over the court.
Yeah, they're great, all right, Jeff.
Well, they're great if you want to pick up that sort of action.
Well, Bogut wasn't happy on the with the offensive foul. Oh, look at it. Well, I thought it was going to be behind the back pass from Wade, but he faked me again. And Joe Johnson from out beyond the three-point line. Bogut gets his hand to it. Bruton got a 3-on-2 fast break, but it closes off very, very quickly. Jason Smith goes baseline, gives it to Bogut, but it's stolen by Dwayne Wade. And Bogut just says, I won't even try.
Joe Johnson. That's why he's in the USA team. They knew they had to come with some sharp shooters. Heinrich, Joe Johnson, definitely sharp shooters. When they come up against some of these other European teams that play those big zones, they're going to need sharp shooters like Joe Johnson and Kirk Heinrich.
Well, that's right. They've had a very, very good shooting afternoon. 14 of 26 from beyond the arc. 54%, that's great shooting. Anytime, anywhere. And 24 of 42. In the two-point area, 56%. Bogut gets a dunk. Jamison just says, go ahead. You're welcome to it. 107-69, 2:07 left to play in the game. Johnson. Little move, crossover dribble, puts up the two. Sam McKinnon gives it up. Bruton. And he throws it cross court, out of bounds. He's not happy with himself on that one.
You can just hear in the background a lone Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Chant from someone in the crowd.
The lone voice. Timeout taken, 1:53 left to play. United States 107, Australia 69.
Well, that's hang time right there, Bob.
It's just beautiful to watch. When it's slowed down to slow motion,
Look at Joe Johnson.
Like modern dance. It is just so athletic. The speed, the strength, the creativity in the air, something to behold. Barlow with two. Look at this. That time, the connection. Well, the closing moments. Under 2 minutes to play. And this is the second of 4 games today. Earlier, Germany survived against Nigeria, 78-77. Quite a surprise there. The African countries, Senegal, Nigeria, and Angola have acquitted themselves very well. Angola will be playing in the next game. France taking on Angola. Dirk Bauerman, the coach of Germany, just here scouting these two teams. Germany will be playing the United States. Mike Krzyzewski doing such a great job with these all-stars from the United States, has knitted them together into a very, very well-functioning unit. They are playing like a team, Jeff, and they're awesome.
Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a lot of egos, which has been the fault of the Americans for the last World Championships, the last Olympics.
Talent burn.
Those three there are the three co-captains, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade, and LeBron James, and probably the three, apart from maybe Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, the 5 big, huge names in the NBA.
Well,
superstar status.
That's right. If you're scouting this team, you'd look at the starting lineup, then you'd look at the bench and you'd gulp. You'd say, what do we do? You can't foul out the starting lineup because there's another starting lineup sitting on the bench. Jason Smith gets his first 2 points of the game. And a breakaway too. 109-71. Look at the moves. Small moves.
Joe Johnson.
Will you dance?
He shook him down.
Hinder and little Chris Paul gets the loose ball and gets the 2 points. 111-71.
Oh, the little man again, Chris Paul. Here we go, Joe Johnson.
He's got eyes in the back of his head. That was just a fantastic pass.
Yeah, Chris
Joe
Paul,
Johnson polishes it off.
Chris Paul after he picked the pocket of Jason Smith.
Bogut goes to the hoop, puts it on the ring, it doesn't drop. Bogut's got 20 points. Newly 15 for Australia. And for the United States, 18, Joe Johnson. 12, Sean Batir. Dwayne Wade has 15, and Bosch has 12, and Carmelo Anthony 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players in double figures. Bogut comes up short with the free throw. 113-71. .42 lead. 38.5 seconds to play. And he misses both free throws. The United States scored 114 against Slovenia. It looks like they're going to exceed that total against Australia if they can get a 2 on this possession. Chris Paul, he just wants to run down the clock, and he'll start now. A little quick move, little crossover dribble, right, little crossover. Oh, Miller knocked it out of the basket on him. McKinnon gets 2.
Well, Brad Miller will be talking, getting a telling off by Chris Paul.
Yeah. So Miller now out high. The United States, yep, they're going to save it. They stand around, they just chew up the last few seconds, and that's it. The United States, and a display of power, skillful, athletic basketball, run right over the Australians, 113-73. A 40-point win. They hardly broke a sweat. Andrew Bogut, well, he was the leading scorer for Australia, 20 points. The United States, they look very composed, very confident, and they are serious about their challenge in 2006. They want the gold medal to come back to the United States.
Well, they're definitely excited. They're definitely bringing a team that can do the business. And that's what you want.
Well, they outscored Australia in every quarter, but really the crucial one was the second period when they buried Australia 32-6. Australia just couldn't buy a basket. They suddenly went cold. Nothing worked for them. After a very good first period, Australia trailing by a mere 4 points, 27-23. And then they ran into the glacier. So Australia, that's it, goodbye. They're finished in 2006, having made the knockout round of 16 teams, will progress no further. The United States will live to fight another day, and they will be taking on Germany. Dirk Nowitzki and his teammates will have all of their hands and then some full. As this United States team has skill, power, speed, creativity, determination from player 1 right through the entire lineup down to 12. Highlights, well, look at the shooting, the three-point shooting, 14-27 for the United States. And Australia, 6-25, going to get the job done. Free throw shooting, pretty good again, both teams. Rebounding, Australia had the edge in the end. 24 turnovers for Australia versus 8 for the United States. And Australia collecting more fouls as well. That's the one question mark in my mind. Do the referees go a little bit soft on the Stars? I won't try to answer that. You'll have to make up your own mind. But in the end, that would play no part in this ball game. The United States, too much talent, too many guns, too many options as they roll over Australia 113-73. Highlights. Look at the athleticism. Isn't that wonderful? It's the same shot, different angle. LeBron James, one of the best players on the planet. One of the most publicized players on the planet. One of the richest players on the planet. And from the corner, Carmelo Anthony, there's it from another angle, from the top. Teammates like it. It's good to see teammates clapping one another. These are stars, but they're young stars. McKinnon gets a 2 and a breakaway for Australia. Few things to cheer about here. Well, Dwayne Wade once again. He is just so exciting. Oh, the Miami Heat. Look at him. A step back, couple of fakes, didn't work. So why not hit the 3? Yeah, why not? And while we're at it, why not hit the 3? Up, off the backboard. The runaway from Australia. Nice pass. Kendall finishes with it. Nice pass from Aaron Bruce. So there were some bright spots, but not nearly enough. And LeBron James picks that ball out of the Galaxy, comes down with it. Oh yeah, day in the office, simple, simply spectacular. That's what you'd have to say. Well, the United States fans, Japanese fans, they've really come along here, enjoying the basketball. Awesome display. The United States rolling over Australia, 113-73.